DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Yeah, pretty much the same. They did what they were supposed to do, what they were expected to do. Of course, Michael was a menace again. They got like 6 sacks and they had a turnover. So the defense did what they were supposed to do to pull out the victory, man. Like I say, it was the Giants. So
Yeah.
tread lightly.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Let me see. Anything else from this game right here, gentlemen?
Well, the Giants are doing the tanking thing now. You can see they put Dexter Lawrence on the IR.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's full tank mode. They got 2 wins. They're in perfect position to get a top 3 pick and use that on a quarterback. But if you're John Mara, man, you got to clean house.
Yes.
You got to look at yourself too, because you're part of this problem. People get on Jerry Jones for everything that he does, but John Mara, after Eli left, has been abysmal. Your franchise, which you are the leader of and head of, has been absolutely trash. So clean house, Dayball, thank you for your time. And then definitely Joe Sheehan, after this Hard Knocks, what we saw, you looking like a high school GM, and then letting Saquon go.
Yeah.
You got to go. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right, that was tough. All right, gentlemen, let's move on to the next game right here, man. I said this one right here was a good game right here as well. The Dolphins at the Green Bay Packers. Final score 17-30. Good and entertaining game on this one right here. Tua, man, he threw for 46, 37 yards, 365 with 2 touchdowns. Not bad, man. Then you had Love on the other side. He threw for 28, completed 21, 278 with 2 touchdowns. Not bad, man. All right, so this right here, man, this leaves now the Dolphins at second in their division, but still with a sorry record, 5-7. All right, and then this leaves at Packers at 9-3, third in that division right there. All right, who is it? DC, man, this is your game, man. So let us know what we think about this game right here.
Well, the Dolphins, they going to play spoilers now. I think they're about done. They can win out and still make it competitive, but they had a shot. That muff punt from the jump, that changed everything in the game, man. And that quick touchdown after that, and then next thing you know, I think they went a couple of plays and out, and next thing you know, you're down 14-0. You're down that many points, 24-3 in the first half. So when you do that, that empties your playbook. You can't do number drop back and pass every time, and teams will be ready for that. Tyreek Hill, he had a touchdown, but man, is he in Jonnu Smith's body now? Do they switch out? So what's going on with this? I've been looking for more explosive plays from Tyreek, man, and it just hasn't been there for some reason this year. And in Green Bay, hats off, they won it. They needed to win it. They got some big games coming up. Yeah. So they looking like they get rounded up in the midseason form themselves.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. Jay, how about you, man? What are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, with the Dolphins, McDaniel, I think he's 1-14, 15 against winning teams. So going into this, he's in the cold. He's got a subpar team this year, and he can't get his people to rock. Like you said, they're leaning so heavily on Jonnu Smith, which is crazy because he was on at Atlanta as a 1A, 1B with Kyle Pitts, but they're treating this dude like he's Grunt. Like every ball is going to this dude, and he's producing. I'll give him that, but it's not leading to the wins that they got last year with. They scored 71 game. Now they're struggling to get to 17. I don't see any improvement in the future. Like even going into next year, what can they do? The team is the team. So I think the Dolphins are stuck with this formula unless something crazy just happens. But at least, I mean, they, like you said, they showed themselves okay, but they were to me, they're already down. Once the kickoff happened, once the muff happened, I was like, oh yeah, it's game over.
Yeah, fortunately, you know the Dolphins have too much talent in that team for them to be only 5-7. So yeah, their season is basically done, man. And knowing that AFC is really packed with talent right now, I don't think they even get a wild card spot. It's gonna take a miracle. It's gonna take other teams to lose and them to win a lot. So
And they really should have been sellers at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Like Waddle should have been gone.
Yeah.
The defensive tackle, they said they had trade offers for him, but they cut those so he could stay. But they should have got draft capital coming up for next year.
yeah, they should. We'll see what's up though, man. What happens later on with the Dolphins? Y'all boys got anything else from this game right here? No.
That's it.
All right, let's move on to the next game, man. Next game, this game right here was that Friday night Black Friday game right here, as they call it. Raiders at the Chiefs. Final score 17-19. Kansas City, another miracle win right here. They found ways to win, but yeah, man, Raiders almost had this game, and especially in the fourth quarter. So this right here leaves the Chiefs now 11-1 in that division, and the Raiders dropped down to 2-10, last in that division. I'm pretty sure the Raiders right now have that number 1 seed overall for the draft. If not, I think it's maybe the Giants. But yeah, man, this game right here was it was awful, man. I ain't gonna lie, gentlemen. I only saw the first half, and that was it for me. I didn't even watch the whole game. Jay, this is your game, man. So let us know what your thoughts on it.
Week by week, I'm losing more faith in the Kansas City Chiefs. They barely get out of losing to the Bears. It's a miracle. They barely get out of losing to the Panthers. And now Aiden O'Connell played, can I say, well. He played pretty good, other than the botched snap at the end, but he looked like a decent quarterback. What was his numbers again?
So O'Connell's numbers, he threw for 35 compared to 23, 340 with 2 touchdowns. Now Mahomes' numbers is he threw for 46 compared to 26, 306 yards with 1 touchdown. So yeah, so O'Connell played better than Mahomes.
Yeah, so the thing the Chiefs could hang their hat on was their defense. Now their defense looks like it's slipping away a little bit. The running back McCormick played well also. Mm-hmm. So I'm starting to panic for these cats, because that rabbit's foot that they got that they're clutching onto eventually is gonna wear off. It's gonna fail them, because 11-1, multiple. Give me games where if it was refs or the other team or they got a miracle play, this team really should be 8-4, something like that. So, yeah, and then they're struggling to get to 20 points. The offensive tackles are abysmal. I think Patrick Mahomes, this is the 5th game in a row he's gotten sacked 5 times. So this is a recipe for I'm not gonna say one and done, maybe a 2 and done team. Get to the divisional round and they're gonna face one of these big dogs in the AFC, and they're gonna end up losing. I would be worried against the Chargers.
Yes.
Right now, if I'm them. I don't know what their schedule coming up is, but
they got the Chargers.
They got the Look, I may pick an upset. I'm sorry. It's in LA or Kansas City?
It's in
Kansas City.
No, LA.
LA.
Oh no, Kansas City. Kansas City.
Okay,
yeah,
so I may be picking an upset. I'm not sure yet, but I'm highly disappointed and I can't see this team three-peating.
DC, what are your thoughts in this game, man?
Yes. Offensive line is terrible. Again, 5 sacks, 12 quarterback hits.
Sheesh.
If he ain't throwing quick slants, he's running for his life. Yeah. And that's the recipe for disaster right there. They're definitely going. I think they missed L'Jarius Sneed. Mm-hmm. McDuffie was holding his own, but now he's starting to get toasted a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think they're playing him in a different spot than where he was when Sneed was there.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's coming to show. So like Jay say, if if they don't figure some stuff out, they could easily be one and done. Even with the bye, you know, they could, the only team that you might feel confident picking them over probably right now, the Texans. I would pick them. That I can think I would feel confident in the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah.
That's the only, because you know you're going to be dealing with probably Denver, the Chargers, Baltimore. That would probably be the only one. But Mahomes, they got to protect him, man. They really are. Because if not, he might not even make it to the playoffs the way they're going. I mean, Carolina got to you 5 times? Really? Mm-mm. And ain't no Connell out here looking like Montana?
Yeah.
No, man. But I also had Brock Bowers. This dude's a beast.
Yeah.
That dude's a monster as advertised. And I thought it was a crazy pick because they just took Myers.
Yeah.
Second round the year before.
Yeah.
Man, why would you come out and pick another tight end?
Not bad.
It seems to be working out. So they may eventually be the new Grunk and Aaron Hernandez going down the road with the 2 tight end sets eventually.
Yeah.
But they played well. Just didn't come up with the victory. Bonehead play at the end. I don't know how that happened. He snapped the ball and the quarterback's paying no attention. So they had a chance to put him away, but they didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Kansas City right now, man, is one of these teams that have a lot of concerns going into the playoffs. Coming into the to week 13 already, and they got a big question marks coming in. Going into week 14, so we don't know how they're gonna adjust moving forward, especially now. December. So all these teams are basically fighting for that spots now to clinch that playoffs. But the Chiefs did clinch their spot in the playoffs, and no matter what, they're in it now. So they're the only team right now that's officially clinched, huh?
Buffalo.
Buffalo also.
Oh, Buffalo? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Buffalo is also clinched. So we're going to see what's up, though, man. Y'all boys got anything else from the games with the Raiders and Chiefs?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought it up because Brock Bowers, like you said, DC, this dude's an alien. He's coming in as a rookie, all pro,
Looking like it.
best tight end in the league. He's always open, and they are feeding this dude like he's prime Kelsey right now, and he's delivering, which is really, really good. I'm glad at least one of these tight ends showed to be something because this was supposed to be Kyle Pitts.
Right.
Kyle Pitts was supposed to be this plus some. So I'm glad somebody actually showed up. And then with the coach, with Pierce, he's gone.
Yeah, I think he's out there.
He's gone. And he deserves to be gone. They gave him a shot. I don't know how long his contract is, but that's a good payday. And I was listening to somebody talk. They said he, as a high school coach, he struggled. So it's like when you come to the pros, he had a flash in the pan whenever Crosby, Devontae Adams supported him at the end of the year last year, and that showed to be fool's gold. But another one of these potential landing spots for a good head coach, get Vrabel. Like Vrabel's going to be a hot commodity, and if I'm the Raiders, I'm calling Colorado and seeing what Dion want. Dion and Shador as a package. Hey, you can write a blank check for Dion. I think players play for him also.
We'll see what's up.
We're going into an off season where we're going to probably have another 6 or 7 coaches fired.
Yeah.
Or maybe more than that, depending on how the rest of the season go.
Yeah.
We got a few already been fired. We know some more on the hot seat that's going to happen.
Just a matter of time.
Oh, yeah. It's just a matter of time.
I guess with the other coaches, they're just letting them play it out for the rest of the season, and just wait. Might as well. You paying them. Might as well have them earn it. Gentlemen, anything else from that game right there? All right, let's move on to the next game, man. Next game, we had the Steelers at the Bengals. What a game, divisional game. 44-38, Steelers win on the road on this one right here. Russell Wilson, man. Can I say he's looking like a lot like Seahawk Russell Wilson? 38, completed 29, 414 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. On the other side, you got Joe Burrow. He threw for 38, completed 28, 309 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Guys, right here, man, this game right here, the Bengals had it in the first half. But here comes the Steelers, man, just had their way with this game right here. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Speaking of coaches getting fired, this one right here, seats warming up real quick. DC gone for sure.
Yeah.
Gone for sure. These guys have there's 6 games they lost and they scored at least 25 points. There's like 4 of them they scored at least 34 points and still lost. I can't believe we ain't heard nothing yet about the defensive coordinator being fired in Cincinnati. The offense go out there and put up all these numbers, and then they just give it right back. This is a middle of the road offense in Pittsburgh. Okay, this is the team that won 2 games by only kicking field goals, and you let them come in there and drop 500 yards on you like that at your house. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. The season's over. This is Johnson's job. If I'm him, this is the one I want.
Yeah.
I would leave Detroit and take this one. But I wouldn't sign one thing until I tell that owner, you sign Chase before you sign me. I'm not finna deal with that drama because I know there's a holdout coming.
Yeah.
Make sure you sign Jamal before you sign me, and I'll take the job.
Yeah.
And I think that's the job for Johnson, man. But shout out to the Steelers, man. They still doing what we thought they couldn't do.
Yeah.
Moving right along, putting up numbers, and T.J. Watt still T.J. Watton. So, but yeah, hats off to the Steelers, man.
Absolutely. Jay, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Yeah, that wasn't Russell Wilson out there playing. That was Mr. Unlimited. You remember that, Mr. Unlimited? He balled out 413 yards, 3 touchdowns, 126.3 passer rating, and now he's 5-1 as a starter. He put his name back in that Hall of Fame quarterback list, because in Denver, we started clowning him. We started clowning him real bad, talking about he can't move anymore. His arm isn't the same. The moon shots aren't the same.
That's right.
But I like the way he started out the game. He threw that early pick 6, but that was really a pass interference. But he took what the Bengals defense was giving him. Like, it may have been 10 times where he just dumped it off over the middle for a big gain. And then eventually in the second half, that's when he started taking advantage of he started playing like vintage Russell Wilson, where moving around in the pocket, deep shots, intermediate shots. But that was a vintage Russ game. I didn't know they had him in them. Like you said, you might just say that's on the Bengals defense. But hell, Steelers were making plays. They were making big boy plays. Najee Harris, Najee Harris looked like the guy in his rookie year that that was hard to take down. George Pickens keeps being crazy but balling. They look like a complete team, at least for that game. And if they can play up to 80% of this, I don't want to jinx them, but I think this team can win it all. With how great the coaching staff is, like even the game plan for this game is different from the game plan from last game, which is different from the game plan of last game. They just mold themselves into do whatever they need, and then they bring Justin Fields out for in the game. So I don't want to jinx them, but I would hate to play these cats in the playoffs, especially if you have to go to Pittsburgh. Oh, man. Fred, I hope y'all ain't got to be the ones that got to go, because
Sure, we could take them.
But Nick Herbig and T.J. Watt,
too.
and they're all fighters. That's the thing. Joey Porter Jr. isn't a great cover, and he holds all the time. But that's even more fighting. He's scrapping and clawing just so you don't have to, just so you can't make the play. So, man, hats off to them. I always say it. They say the Cowboys are America's team. I'm 1A would be Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I've always said that if you're not a Cowboys fan, you should be a Steelers fan.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. DC?
That's it. I'm good, Fredo.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right. So no more on this game right here. So let's go move on to the next game right here. Go ahead, Jay. Take it over, man.
Yeah. The Texans played the Jacksonville Jaguars in a very controversial game, but they pulled it out 23-20. The Texans are running away with this division. The whole division in a rearview mirror. They're just looking forward to the playoffs. But Fredo,
What's
this
up,
is your
man?
team. This is your game. Let me give you some stats first. C.J. Stroud was 22 of 34, 242 yards and a touchdown. The Texans MVP Joe Mixon 20 carries, 101 yards and a touchdown. Nico Collins 8 for 119, steady Eddie. But Mac Jones had to end up coming in this game. He was 20 of 32 after not playing a full game and for 235 yards and 2 touchdowns for Mac Jones.
Yep.
But, yeah, Fredo, tell me about your team.
So, do you guys just want to talk about it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I will start.
Yeah. So, my thing is, well, everything with Trevor Lawrence, luckily, he's still, he's okay, nothing serious. So I know they say that he came out with a concussion out of that hit. Don't get me wrong, man. Like, I think that right there, that hit right there was a football hit. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't, something that neither defender or the quarterback could avoid, man. That's my opinion. Luckily, it wasn't a hit on, type of hit. It was just, he put his hands out. Now, could he prevented it? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, absolutely. But in that moment, man, like, you really don't know how the quarterback is going to land. There's quarterbacks that fake the slide. There's quarterbacks that jump head first, and there's quarterbacks that slide. And I really think the slides is a worst way to land if you surrender. I think the slide makes you get that concussion. It doesn't help you prevent a concussion. I think, it just helps the concussion even more. I think if there was another wave that can avoid it, maybe possibly. I think this hit, he should have just taken a body hit than slide. But that's my opinion. I mean, what can you do in this situation? To be honest with you, man, like, you really don't have the answers to defend it. You could try, but unfortunately, it happened. I don't think it was intentional, but I think overall, it sucks. Nobody wants to be put in that position, man. But how many running backs get hit all the time, man. If your quarterback don't want to get hit, make sure he don't get out the pocket. But quarterbacks have to know, man. Like, once you're out that pocket, it's a free for all. You're saying you're a running back now. Just like a receiver when they get, catch the ball and they get hit. What can you do? And I feel like this is getting more attention because he was a quarterback. I mean, if it was a receiver, a running back, I don't think it would have gotten that much attention. It's just the fact that they're getting a lot of airtime because of that. I mean, I don't know. Like I really don't know what to say about it. I mean, it just sucks for both sides, DC, what do you think about this, man?
Yes, it's tough on the defense, but they're going to protect the quarterback at all.
Yeah.
When you look at it, both his feet were off the ground. I'm talking about Shire.
Yeah.
When he's both feet off the ground and your head's down. So that right there instantly is going to trigger a flag. But it's very difficult for these defenders to stop once their quarterback starts sliding. But you figure by now you've been doing it long enough.
Yeah.
You think there's a chance that he's going to slide. Especially he's not really known for trying to run you over. And they're going to protect him. They are not going to let you get away with it. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets suspended. And of course, some people say he has a record. That's gonna be the main thing that gets him. This ain't his first time with these type of hits, so that's what's gonna really stick. It's just a matter of 1 game, 2 games, 3 games. But I think he's gonna get something out of this. I mean, the whole world seen that, and if they didn't, they still playing the replay today. It looked like Tua when Tua had got his concussion. So I think they're gonna get him. It's tough on the defenders, but that's just the NFL we're in, man. You cannot hurt that quarterback at all.
Yeah.
I'm on the complete opposite. I feel that was egregious. I feel he needs to be suspended 3 games because it was a bang bang play. Trevor Lawrence did everything he could. You can't put any fault on Trevor Lawrence because he got out of pocket. He slid a whole 4 yards before Al-Shaair got to him. Al-Shaair, like you said, both feet were off the ground, head down, elbow in the face, and then he got up like, what did I do? It was egregious. Like the dude he's done it before. He did it to Caleb Williams this year, hitting him out of bounds, and then he got up and he fought more Chicago Bears. The guy was unhinged. I was angry as soon as I saw it happen. I watched it live, and I'm like, okay, and it's an obvious slide. Trevor Lawrence's butt was on the ground while Al-Shaair was in the air. And then when you look at the reverse angle from Trevor Lawrence's back, all you see is a elbow brace into his neck, and you get up like, what did I do? There's a whole body he could have hit other than his head or his neck. Why didn't he hit him in the shoulders? Why, like, the guy sliding feet first, hit him in the legs. But how do you end up all the way at his head when his feet are going first? Unless it's a dirty play.
That guy's like 6'4".
Thank you. And again, Trevor Lawrence is not Josh Allen. Trevor Lawrence had to fight to play this game because he already came in compromised with a shoulder injury. All week, the game plan, they're saying, hey, Trevor Lawrence is questionable. We don't know if he's going to play or not. He's got a shoulder injury. He may or may not play. And so he's not a threat to run. He's not Lamar Jackson. But I just can't see anybody saying, it's on Trevor also. Trevor did everything possible to get down in the right way. He slid feet first, and it was a terrible hit. I personally hate seeing the arms come up. In UFC, I hate it. In boxing, when it happens to Tua, and for this dude to get up, and I know you can see the guy on the ground, and then to basically just play it off and like he did nothing wrong, fight the whole team, invite more fights, and then so I was upset at the time, and then this morning he came out with a statement. Part of his statement said, "Hey, and it happens in the blink of an eye. To Trevor, I apologize. Before the game we spoke. I told you it was great to see you on the field. Wish you well. I would never want to hurt any player." But like you said, he's done this multiple times. This isn't the first time that he took out a quarterback. I need to see a 2-3 week suspension from this cat. He makes probably $600,000 a game. Get him out of here. That was unnecessary. And then the whole brawl afterwards, where his own team was telling him to get out. That's how I know you're unhinged. Mm-hmm. Your coach had to go to the opposite sideline and get your ass on your sideline. And D'Amico was talking. This is why I know D'Amico's a pretty good coach. He wasn't looking back at the Jaguars. He understood why the Jaguars were trying to whoop his ass. He talked to the players, say, "Hey, get over there. You made a mistake. You got to get out of here." You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just hate that he came out with a statement. He all praise to Allah. So he's bringing religion into this. He's talking about people who said he did it maliciously. Man, it is what it is. But I gotta see this cat get out of here, man.
Anything else, gentlemen?
No. On the bright side, Fredo, how do you feel about your team this week? After the way you felt last week, you feel any better about your team as far as?
Nope.
I mean, your line played a little better, didn't it? Your offensive line played a little bit better this week, didn't it? They didn't give up any 1 or 2 sacks.
Not really, man.
Not very many penalties.
I almost lost this game.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, this game had a end. It was going towards the Titans game kind of vibe towards the end, and I'm just not confident with this team. I mean, it just like to me at this point, I feel like the Texans are just right there. They're lucky they're playing the sorry ass division at this point.
Like I say, Fredo, we talked about it last week. The Colts play the Broncos next.
Yeah.
You better pray that the Colts don't beat the Broncos.
Yeah.
Just looking at if they beat them, they might not lose again. The Colts.
Yeah.
And you guys still got Baltimore, Kansas City, and somebody else that I was looking at your schedule that you could drop to, and then that would change everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna be praying for the Broncos to beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now the things can get real muddy. Thank God y'all beat them twice.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they run the table from here on out, and y'all drop them 2 or 3, y'all 2 games ahead of them.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
So
2
yeah,
games.
it could get real messy in the end.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I know that there's a possibility they can lose more than 3 games. You know, I'm not going to play it and a full advocate about that, but there's there's a possibility, and if they hold their own control for the playoffs, but once they get in the playoffs, man, they ain't gonna do nothing, man. Yeah. Right now the Texans are not consistent. They got that sophomore slump big time.
So where are you at on D'Amico? Some people seem to already want to get sour on D'Amico Ryans. Where are you at with that?
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
I'm more heavy on the offensive coordinator. I'm more heavy on C.J. Stroud. I'm more heavy on the offensive line than D'Amico. D'Amico, overall, he's holding down the team pretty well, defense and team in general. But just the offensive side of the ball is very disappointing this year, man. Defense is playing balls out right now. They allow big plays, yes, but besides those big plays, and I know those matter a lot. But overall, the defense, 70% of the time they're holding down this team. But overall, I just don't feel confident with the offense. The offense needs to put more points. CJ is not looking like the way he was last year, unfortunately. But the high horse of last year is ending very quick this season with the Texans. And Texans just don't have enough to make a real threat in the AFC, and the AFC is stacked up as of right now. So, yeah.
Can you pull up the Texans' upcoming schedule?
They got the Dolphins. They got the
Chiefs,
Ravens,
and they get the
Titans
again.
Yep.
So, Dolphins' pass rush will be a what? Mediocre.
Yeah.
Mediocre pass rush. Chiefs, we know you can. They can bring it.
Yeah.
Baltimore's pass rush is hit and miss. To me, the team that can pass rush. That's why I said Denver, Pittsburgh. Those are bad matchups because CJ is going to be on his back the whole game. I think the stretch that they're coming to, I think we're looking at this as a tough stretch because of the other team's offense. I don't see their defense as being too bad. Baltimore, of course, they can always be kind of difficult, but you can pass on them. So for the rest of the season, they're fine. They're just trying to get playoff positioning, and then when they get to the playoffs, that's when it's gonna get hairy. I hope they don't play Steelers first.
I think they'll both be division winners. So it's going to be Denver or Baltimore coming in here more than likely.
Yeah,
So they're going to be the Steelers will be division winners.
You sure?
So they're going to get the Chargers, the Broncos, the Ravens, or something like that coming in.
For some reason in my mind, I still think Baltimore is going to win that division. But I see what you're saying. Yeah, but so Baltimore, Denver, and those are matchup. You'll see Denver, so you know that matchup. And we saw them 2 times against each other last year. We know how that went. But yeah, they're just they need a whole new offensive scheme. Like I said, without Joe Mixon, I don't know where this team would be. Joe Mixon, every crucial time where they need a play, it seems like he's making a play. So Nick Casario, hats off for you for that free agent pickup. But keep him healthy because he's the workhorse on this team.
Like he was getting banged up in this game. Mixon was.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. Like I want to say he got like his like ankle rolled up,
Mm.
and for I want to say maybe for like 3 plays he kind of set out. He's trying to like make sure everything's good with it. Yeah. But that's the thing though, man. Like it's just a matter of time with that dude. Getting hurt unfortunately. It's like how do you keep him healthy? I mean, like he's the one that carries the offense a lot.
And if they want to get where they're going, they need 6 or 7 more strong games from this cat.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
And that's what I'm saying, man. The Texans is just not, because they don't have that 1-2 punch and running back, unfortunately.
Yep.
So all that pressure is really on Mixon. And it just, I don't know, man. I feel like CJ just is not looking like he finished last year. It just he's not like right there, unfortunately, and that hurts. That hurts to say, man, because the hype was coming strong this year, man, coming into the season. But I made peace with it already, man. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna be saying, oh yeah, there's a chance. There ain't no chance with the Texans. I'm gonna be straight up.
CJ,
man.
he was chirping in the offseason a little bit.
Yeah,
he was on his high horse. Him and Micah in Tokyo across the seas. He was a media darling all offseason.
Yeah. Hopefully this season he can stay his ass home and just focus on getting better.
Get away from Amber Rose.
Just don't be a celebrity, man. Just be a football player.
Don't let Micah influence you to get that Dallas Cowboy crap out of here.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Anything else from that game right there? No. Mm-hmm. All right, man. On to the next one. We have the Eagles at the Ravens right here. Battle of the Birds. Entertaining game right here. Final score 24-19. This puts the Eagles now at 10-2, is top in that division, and this puts the Ravens at 8-5, second in that division right there. Man, this was a good game right here, man. But unfortunately, there had to be a winner and there had to be a loser. Jay, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
I saw where this was going early on. I could just see that Lamar was a tick off against Vic Fangio's zone scheme. Lamar was just he missed likely on a big play, and that turned the game around. That was the tipping point for me. The offense wasn't running through Derrick Henry as efficiently as it was before, and give the Eagles credit. This is why for the last 3 years I've been pissed off and angry about how the league has allowed the Eagles to accumulate all this talent. They all offseason, I was telling you they're going to fix the secondary. So they get Quinyon Mitchell and they get Cooper DeJean. It's a competitive league, right? Can somebody not let this happen? Somebody jump ahead of them and make them at least work for it. Then last draft, the draft before that, Jalen Carter, right into their hands. Kraft, your Tennessee Titans, A.J. Brown for scraps. It's like the league is either the league is incompetent and these cats are just head above, or they just allowing these cats to to get all the talent, and the talent is starting to show itself. It's starting to come to fruition. Nolan Smith got a sack. Jalen Carter's getting in the backfield, blowing up plays. And then put the cherry on top, Saquon is the MVP. For the last 5 weeks, they've rushed for more than they've passed. You limit Jalen Hurts, he's not Tom Brady, he's not Drew Brees, so you limit what he has to do to RPOs and just get the damn ball to A.J. Brown, another person we got off the scrap heap. The Eagles they just kept doing their thing, and eventually they're damn broke. It started off slow for them, but they never changed up their approach. They know they got a big physical O-line. They know the Ravens secondary is trash. So we're gonna Saquon, A.J. Brown, and then Dallas Goedert, and then we're gonna run our quarterback. It's a easy formula, and it looks like that they're hitting on all cylinders now. And they're the scariest team in the league right now to me. If they keep on the trajectory, it looks like another NFC game in Philly, NFC Championship game in Philly.
DC, what your thoughts, man?
Yeah, they look the scariest team. They stayed true to what they do. Saquon had 107 yards. He had 60 in the fourth. Most teams would have abandoned the run way before that. Yeah. And they figured, most people, we playing Baltimore, the secondary ain't good, so we're going to beat them with the pass. The Eagles say, the hell with that. Yeah. We're going to run until we break the door down.
Stick where you know.
And eventually, they got there. And they're going to be very, very difficult out, man. As long as they can stay healthy, they're going to be tough. Like I said, the defense is coming along. They have their front four where they don't need help. Yeah. Those guys right there are a problem up front, and they close the lanes for Henry. You know, those guys, they take their lanes and they close it. Yeah. And it was very tough on Derrick Henry. So going forward, man, like Jay said, this is the best team in the league right now. The Eagles are, man, and they're playing like it. Yeah. But they got to stay healthy. That's the key to everything, and just let Hurts do what he needs to do when he needs to do it. Yeah. Other than that, Saquon is the man you're gonna run this offense through. Yes. As long as you do that, you will be fine. You will get the play action. You will get all that. The RPO, all that's going to come in that second half. Yeah. But just turn around and hand that thing to Saquon, and then y'all will be okay. Yeah. It's a really good team right now. And like I said, Baltimore was at 5 losses. So it's a tough one. And they probably should have lost last week if it wasn't for Stonehand, Quentin Johnson. Dropping the ball. But, yeah, the Eagles are on fire, man.
Yeah, the Eagles, man, they have a potential to win out the rest of the season, man.
Absolutely.
The rest of the schedule, it looks like they got the Panthers, Steelers, Commanders, Cowboys, and the Giants. And, so maybe they could possibly lose, I'm going to say 2 games, possibly. Maybe the last game, they sit out the players.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I doubt it. Detroit will be breathing down their neck.
Yeah. It just all depends how they're looking like and for that number 1 seed. But hypothetical, maybe they can't lose to one of either the Commanders or the Steelers. Maybe that's a toss-up. But, it depends on how it goes in the last game right there. They could sit out their starters and be comfortable in that number 1 seed right there. Now, if we go to the other team with the Ravens, the remainder of their schedule, let's see how that looks like. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, the Eagles – every year it seems like they get a favorable schedule too. Yeah. I'm telling you, the league has a love affair with these damn Eagles, man.
Because they wear the best jerseys in the league. That's why. No. All right, and the Ravens remaining games, they got the Giants. That's winnable. They got the Steelers. We don't know, divisional game. They got the Texans. That's a winnable game. And they got the Browns.
Who already beat them.
Yeah. It's.
So the Ravens have a lot of control with their own destiny, and we'll see what's up, man. But I don't know. I could possibly see maybe the Steelers taking that division as well.
So with the Steelers record is what?
9-3.
9-3.
9-3. The Ravens are 8
8-5.
8-5. The real gulf between the Ravens and the Steelers is in the kicking game.
Yeah.
Chris Boswell has been automatic. He got one block, but that's not on him. He can't block forward the kick and kick it. But according to Doug Clawson, the 5 losses the Ravens have are by combined 22 points this season. Justin Tucker has 22 points worth of missed kicks in their losses.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Right
In
there.
this game, he's 2 of 4. He missed a 40. He missed a 50-yarder. He missed a 40-yarder, and he missed the extra point.
Yeah.
So if we got the regular Justin Tucker that we know and love, this would be there would probably be a 10-win team at least. But Justin Tucker something's going on with him. He's 70.4% kicking percentage. So
That's terrible.
it's not good at all.
Especially for being Justin Tucker.
Being a Hall of Famer.
90 is where everybody should be.
Yeah.
And most kickers
Yes.
should be around 90.
Yeah.
He was higher than that.
Chris Boswell is 91.9 and he's 70%. If he gets up to that 90, we're not talking about this game might go a totally different way. So Justin Tucker, come on, man. I'm rooting for y'all.
It just is it fair to say that he's having a bad year this year? I mean,
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't think that this is to like panic about. Yeah, it's cost you game. It's costing them some game, yes. But unfortunately, like you really shouldn't be depending on your kicker all the damn time to win you these games.
Yeah, but you can tell the Steelers that.
Yeah,
The kicker is part of the team.
But nobody put the Steelers to be up this high, though. I mean, we even talked about this,
Right, but part of that is the kicker coming through because
that's what I'm saying. But they weren't dependent on us. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna win all these games because our kicker. It just happens to be our kicker did help us win this game. You see what I'm
they
saying?
got two wins with just field goals. If they miss one of them field goals in that game, we're having a whole different
I also
story.
say what helped is the defense as well.
Yeah.
I mean, those games that won the field goals is because the defense did their thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like the offense, if you want to be considered a good team, you have to put more than 28 points to be a good, steady offense. I mean,
The Ravens were there. The Ravens were top 3 offense in the league. It's just they came out against a buzzsaw this game, and they needed help.
Yeah.
They needed that Justin Tucker to give them over the hump.
Justin Tucker in the past has won so many games for them.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the point right there.
Yeah.
That's the whole point with him. This is huge.
Yeah.
I don't think he's getting better the rest of the year. Before the year, I don't think he gets any better.
So you're saying that his career
No,
is
this
going
year.
down just this
maybe
year?
when he comes back next year, he'll be back the way with that. I don't see him turning around, Fredo. They pat him on the back every time he misses and goes over there, but they may really want to think about adding somebody to the practice squad for real. I'm telling you, Fred, this changes your whole offense. You've lived and died by this guy over the years. Now, what you gonna do? You 4th and 3, 4th and 4. We're gonna take this 53-yard field goal, or we're gonna go for it. What are we doing?
That's crazy.
Used to this
man.
automatic run Tucker out there.
Yep.
So now what you do? You
I have
know
a
what
question
I'm
now.
saying? You're gonna question your play caller and everything that leads up to that 4th down. You're gonna be as soon as you cross the 50, your offensive coordinator is gonna have that in the back of his mind. What do I need to get for at least Tucker? He's missing 30-some yard field goals.
Yeah.
So it's gonna change the whole dynamic
Extra
the way they
points.
run
Extra
stuff.
points, man.
You can't miss extra points, man. Not like that.
The game is totally different if he comes through with a regular kicking game.
Yep.
It sucks, man. Like he's such a great, he's a great kicker.
He's a Texas boy too.
Yeah.
He's Russell Wilson in Denver. Okay, that's the way he played now. We started to take that gold jacket off. Hey man, you got his gold jacket. Go back here and take that off like quick. You can get it back if you get better next year.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's crazy how much a kicker can make a big ass difference.
Absolutely.
With these games right here, gentlemen. Anything else from this game right here? No. All right, let's jump on to the next game right here. This is a Sunday night game, prime time, man. 49ers they're done. That's it. There's no telling the score, but I'm going to tell it anyways. Final score 10, 49ers, 35. The Buffalo Bills, man, taking advantage of this poor misery team. The Bills didn't hold nothing back, man. They were throwing it. They were running it. Defense was defensing. The kicker was freaking good in this game. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, DC, this your game, man. What your thoughts about it, man?
Well, yeah, Niners are done, man. But to be honest with you, if McCaffrey wouldn't have went down, he was doing what the hell he wanted to do out there until he went down, and that was the beginning of the end, man. And Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills just had a good time making snow angels and all that stuff.
Your fans throwing snow.
Yeah. Allen, MVP. MVP, him and Saquon right there. You know, because we thought that this was going to be not a bad Buffalo team, but at least we thought they were going to take a couple of steps back when they lost Stephon. But it ain't really matter. It looked like Josh Allen just stepped his game up, and he putting this team on his back to try to get there to that Super Bowl, man.
Yeah. All right. And speaking about McCaffrey, he's done for the season. Y'all saw the footage of him when he popped his Achilles. Ooh, man, that's just down.
Yeah.
Jay, what were your thoughts on this game, man?
Man, it looked fun.
Yeah.
The snow games, I would never be caught dead at a snow game.
Like playing or attending?
Playing, fan, nothing.
You should at least go at least a one.
Hell
just
no.
to see what the hype was
That
about.
looked miserable for the people just sitting there. I know they were on that liquid courage, but the game looked fun for the players. James Cook, when he got that long ass touchdown, everybody just ran and dove in the snow. That looked like a bunch of kids. But for the 49ers, outside of McCaffrey and Mason, they have no juice. Jennings has a little bit of juice. He's got a little bit of get up and go, but he's not a Tyreek Hill. He's not a burner. He's more of a possession receiver. The 49ers, outside of those two running backs who they lost, both of them, Jordan Mason also high ankle sprain. He's on injured reserve.
Last night?
Yes.
Oof.
Christian McCaffrey, PCL, 6-week recovery. His season's over. And so they lose both of their dynamic running backs. Kittle's up there in age. Debo is a step slow. And I kind of blame Shanahan. We know that all year Christian McCaffrey has been dealing with an injury. Why the hell did they run Christian McCaffrey so hard? He ran him so hard that first half before he got injured. I was like, every touch was to Christian McCaffrey. And I knew then something was going to happen. I didn't know he was going to go down with an injury. I thought they were going to have to bring him out of the game just to give him a touch, give Mason a touch, and then he gets hurt. So, Kyle Shanahan, he rode his horse till it died, basically, and that's on him. With the Buffalo Bills, this is it. If y'all don't win it this year, or if y'all don't get to the dance this year, heads need a roll. This is a well-balanced juggernaut of a team that just needs to keep playing the way they're playing, protecting the way they're protecting. Because if Josh Allen's not getting the C.J. Stroud treatment, he's not getting free runners like that. And the only hits he does is because Josh Allen likes to be hit for some reason. He likes to go and create contact and do Superman poses for everybody. But he's in full control of this offense. He gets it to Khalil Shakur. He gets it to Amari Cooper. He gets it to his tight end whenever he wants to, it seems like. And he's the list of quarterbacks with one touchdown, one passing touchdown, one rushing touchdown, and a receiving touchdown is on him, Josh Allen. Even though that hook ladder was a beautiful play, that was not called that way.
No.
There is no way that was called because
improvised.
it had to be improvised. everybody's like, "Oh, what a play call!" No,
No.
Josh Allen said, "Give me that, give me." I'm gonna make my MVP case even more, and he scored that touchdown. So, man, Buffalo, I need them to keep this up. They don't need a letdown in the playoffs.
Yeah, for at this point, just for the Bills fans' sake, man, I hope they do go to the Super Bowl, man, and win it. Speaking of the fans out there, man, they were paying the fans $20 an hour just to shovel snow out the seats, and then
Yes.
providing them with food and drinks. Man, give me that job. And like supposedly there's a waiting list for that job.
I don't want it, Fredo.
Nope.
I don't want it. I'll be honest with you.
And those
Yeah.
maniacs were in their overalls with no shirts
Yes.
doing it. There's
Yeah,
not,
man.
yeah.
And what's it called? So with that new stadium they're gonna get, still gonna be open stadium, by the way. But they say that it's gonna cover 65% of the seats. So it's gonna have a canopy over it, but it's not gonna cover. It's not gonna have a roof or nothing like that. And to me, I'm all for it, man, because when you think about Buffalo, you think about snow. When you think about snow, you think about their fans just doing whatever the hell they do up there in Buffalo. It's entertainment, man. It's all about part of the game, man. But yeah, I'm glad that Buffalo is still gonna have an open stadium up there.
And it's a advantage to you
Yeah.
to live and play in Buffalo, and this pretty rinky-dink West Coast team comes in and they get the brakes blown off of them. So the only thing I need them to heat the field. It needs to be heaters under the fielders because I can't. I just the all white field with the letters being covered up. They can't have that. But other than that, keep it open.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Anything else from this game right here with the 49ers and Buffalo?
Yeah. So we now where are we at with Purdy?
Oh,
So it's time for him to get paid.
Oh, he's gonna get paid.
Debo's gone. I'm telling you, Debo.
Yes.
This is Debo's last year. So now, are you still willing to commit to give him $60 million a year?
Why
Are we
not?
about to see what he looked like these last few games? We finna see what that looks like.
where's I wish we had all of Purdy's numbers the last 5-6 games because you are right. We're gonna see what he's about. He doesn't have the luxury of the best weapons in the league anymore.
Yeah.
He's got the luxury of he's gonna have to fight for every completion. Ayuk is gone. Debo's not great, but they got Jennings to step up.
Yeah.
Pearsall to step up. So we really gonna see if this dude's worth $60 million. Ooh.
So overall, right now, his season stats, he has 2,700 total yardage, 13 touchdowns. He's tied at 19th. He has 8 interceptions, tied at 76? Yeah, 76.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. And mind you, he missed how many games? 2 games or 1 game? Was it 1 game? Yeah, 1 game.
Maybe it's a couple of games, I think.
Yeah, a couple games. So, it's not bad, man, overall, but he is better than the other half of the quarterbacks in the league.
But then that's saying you get $60 million.
Right.
But you see, that's the thing, but that's not his fault.
No, it's not.
It's the market.
And they say it's the market.
It's the
Sometimes
market.
the market comes back and bites you in the ass.
Yeah.
Like 2 years after you get into it.
So what do you do? So you draft the rookie? I mean, free agent?
Depends on where they're in the draft. Depends on where you're in the draft.
Hey,
Franchise them and see what happens.
yeah.
See what happens.
They should have already. I would have tried to sign him early. Once Tua got his,
Yeah.
get something around there because 60, you're gonna end up losing Trent Williams.
Yep.
You're gonna lose
I mean, but
Debo.
then again, we're gonna see what happens. I mean, San Francisco gave up so much to get what's his name?
Lance.
Trey Lance, and look where he's at now. And what they get, so much capital they gave up, and they find this guy in the last of the draft, the last pick, the what they call that,
Mr. Irrelevant.
Relevant.
And look where they at with him. I mean, if you got the coach that knows how to coach up a quarterback, why not? Don't pay the guy, let him walk.
Yeah.
If not, man, you're gonna be stuck with his paycheck right there. and you know all your players are gonna be gone. You don't know who you're gonna bring in, and shit. That's a lot of capital to tied up with one person, man. So I don't know. I said pay him, but unfortunately, luckily for Brock, the market is ridiculous. So good for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's not his fault.
Speaking of the market, did you see your boy Kirk Cousins out there like he in high school throwing the ball?
Kirk Cousins?
Them interceptions he threw.
Throwing
I
ducks.
was like, man,
Yeah.
what's going on? Is his shoulder hurt or what? A defensive lineman should have been picking him off. The way he was out there throwing interceptions.
Supposedly,
Wow.
the last 3 games he hasn't had a touchdown.
Something like that.
Yeah, he's out there throwing ducks. Before we get into the picks for this week, let's you want to do our top 5 teams?
Let's do it.
I'm gonna start it off top 5 for the AFC. I'm gonna go number 1 team, Buffalo Bills. Number 2 team, I'm going the Pittsburgh Steelers. Number 3, I'm going the Kansas City Chiefs. 4, the Baltimore Ravens, and then 5, the LA Chargers.
I got just like yours, except Chargers. I got them at 4. I got Ravens at 5.
Okay. And then for the NFC, I thought about this. Who am I most scared of? And as of right now, I'm most scared of the Philadelphia Eagles at number 1, the Detroit Lions at number 2. I got the Green Bay Packers. I got the Minnesota Vikings at 4, and in 5, it's a toss-up, but I'm going to go for the Commanders just based on their record. They don't really scare me, but no, bump that. I'm gonna say Seattle.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Seattle over Washington.
If you just say Washington, we would have the exact same 5. I got the exact same 5 with Washington instead of Seattle.
Okay.
But on the AFC, I had Buffalo 1.
Mm-hmm.
I still had Kansas City 2. Pittsburgh was 3. Baltimore was 4. And I had Denver at 5.
Oh, Denver over the Chargers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. That's a good exercise.
What was your NFC, Fredo?
My NFC was Eagles at 1, Lions at 2, Vikings at 3, Packers at 4, Commanders at 5. Yep. Me and Jay had the almost same one, except when he flipped it in the last, and then I flipped the Packers and Vikings. Yep. That's what I think right there, gentlemen. All right.
Ready for the picks?
Let's do the picks, man. So coming up for week 14, we got how many teams on bye this week? Oh, I'm sorry.
On by
We have the Texans.
6 this week.
Yeah, we got 6, right?
6 teams.
Yeah, the Commanders, the Ravens, Texans, Jaguars,
And Colts
Colts, and somebody else. Yeah,
and Broncos.
Broncos. Yeah,
Broncos, Colts, Patriots, Commanders, Ravens, and Texans.
6.
Oh,
Yeah.
then we should be getting some real good games.
Yeah.
This week.
So, all right. So, Thursday night, going to start off with the divisional game. It's going to be a hell of a game. Detroit's favorite to win this one right here against the Packers by 3.5 points. And the game's in Detroit. You know what, man? I'm going to take the Packers on this one. Give me the Packers.
I'm going to take Detroit at home. That's the only reason.
Give me the line. I think Love gonna throw that pick.
Yeah?
He
Yes.
gonna throw that pick.
That back-breaking pick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then we're moving on to the Sunday night games, back to the 12 o'clock games, divisional, against the Jaguars and Titans. As of right now, we don't know if Lawrence is going to play or not, but the Titans are fair to win by 3.5 points. And go ahead and give me the Titans as well.
I'll go with the mayonnaise man, Will Levis, and the Titans.
Yeah. Hopefully, can't be losing to Mac Jones out here, man.
Yeah. And next game, we got the Jets at the Dolphins. Dolphins are fair to win this one by 6.5 points. And go ahead and give me the Dolphins as well.
Yeah, Dolphins.
Yeah,
They're
Miami.
going to try to win out.
Okay. Next game, we have the Falcons at the Vikings. Vikings are favored to win this one by 5 points. Go ahead and give me the Vikings.
Yes.
Kirk Cousins going against his
Yes.
old team.
Yeah.
They're going to put some pressure on him. He threw 4 this week against the Chargers. He might do it again against the Vikings.
Yep.
Okay. And then we go to the next game. We got the Saints at the Giants. Saints are favored to win this one by 5 points. Go ahead and give me the Saints as well.
Yeah.
take the Saints.
The Giants are tanking.
Okay. Next game, we have the Panthers at the Eagles. Eagles are favored to win this one by 12.5 points. I think it's going to be more than that. Go ahead and give me the Eagles.
Same. Eagles.
Yeah, give me the Eagles.
Just keep Saquon healthy and y'all going to be all right.
Yep. All right, and next game, we have a divisional game. We have the Browns at the Steelers. Steelers are favored to win this one by 6.5 points. And go ahead and give me the Steelers as well.
Same. Steelers.
Yep. Pittsburgh going to get this one.
Next game, we have the Battle of the Pirates. We have the Raiders at the Buccaneers. Buccaneers are favored to win this one by 7 points. Go ahead and give me the Buccaneers, man.
Yeah. Buccaneers.
Bucks look like they're going to win
Are
the
they?
division, man.
They're leading the division now.
I don't know. They tied.
No.
I don't know who got the tiebreaker.
Okay.
No, I
Atlanta's
think
still number
Atlanta
one.
beat them, right? So that's the game.
Yeah.
Kurt threw for 500 a game in
Yeah.
both of them, I think.
Oh yeah, both
So,
of them.
so
Yeah.
as of right
Oh,
now, Atlanta's still number one.
I still think Buccaneers gonna get
I
it
think the
though.
Buccaneers going to win it, yeah.
Okay. All right. Next game, Battle of the Birds. We have the Seahawks at the Cardinals, divisional game. Cardinals are favored to win this one by 3 points. Go ahead and give me the Cardinals as well.
I'm going Seahawks.
Seahawks?
Seahawks gonna stay hot.
Okay.
Give me the Cardinals.
Okay. This one here should be somewhat an interesting game. Bills at the Rams. Bills are favored to win this one by 4.5 points. Go ahead and give me the Bills on the road.
Yeah, Bills.
Bills.
Bills?
But don't be looking ahead to the Lions the week after that. So just go ahead and handle your business.
Mm-hmm.
Be looking ahead.
Okay. Next game here, we have the Bears at San Francisco. San Francisco is favored to win this one by 4.5 points. Man, go ahead and give me San Francisco, and I'm taking them lightly as well.
Give me the Bears.
Bears?
Give me the Bears this week, man. I
Okay.
think I got a chance to pull it off against these guys, man. Give me the Bears.
Jay?
I'm gonna go Bears too.
Bears?
I'm gonna go Bears.
Okay. Next game, we have the Sunday Night Football, man. This one should be a good one right here. We have the Chargers at the Chiefs. Chiefs are favored to win this one by 4 points. Y'all know my rule, man. I don't go against the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
I got to go Chargers, man.
Yeah, I gotta go Chargers.
man.
Yeah. The refs are going to win this game right here.
The last 3 weeks for the Chiefs have just been have been abysmal.
Yeah.
Even though they got wins. So
Yeah. Next game, we have Monday Night Football. We have the Bengals at the Cowboys.
how the hell did this
They didn't
happen?
flex that?
Yeah, they should have moved this out.
Yeah.
Bengals by a lot.
Yeah, Bengals are favored to win this one by 5 points. Go ahead and give me the Bengals, man.
I say Bengals by 12, 13 points.
Man.
Cincinnati.
All right, guys. Well, that's right there. The picks right there for what week 14. Shit, week 14 is already here, man. All right. Anything else, gentlemen? Y'all want to talk about?
Last thing, the draft order for next year. Top 5. Jacksonville Jaguars have the number 1 spot. Raiders got the number 2 spot. The Giants are 3. 4 is New England. 5 is Carolina. DC, your Tennessee Titans are at 7, and my Cowboys at 13. At a 5-7 record, we can't do anything right.
Y'all lose when y'all lose.
13. We need to get up to 10. We need to get over there by Cleveland at 8, 9 area. That'll be it.
That'd be it.
That's it.
That's it. All right, Steven, let's wrap it up for today, man. Thank you for tuning in to the Shield Football Podcast. Like always, please hit that subscribe button. If you can, please share this podcast with your friends and family. That'd be much appreciated. Until then, we'll be back next week, same time, same place, and hopefully y'all have a good week. Until then, peace.
Peace out.
Later.